All right, we are going to work on Urdhva Dhanurasana today. This is your back bend pose. Really important how to come into the back bends. Your back bends should be originated from your hamstrings, and a lot of times what we're doing is we're originating from the glutes. My recommendation to find your best back bend is going to be use a block. And actually, a really good way to use this block is to turn it a little bit wider. This is sometimes a little bit too narrow, and you can see that it's actually almost a little bit less than hip distance. So this is going to give me some squeezing action as I stay in about hip distance, so you can kind of gauge what block that you need. Now, as you come back, I'm holding this not between the kneecaps themselves, but I'm holding it right at the top of the knees. I'm going to push the lower back down and lengthen your spine, grab onto your heels, and start to lift up. Now stop about halfway. So I'm not going to come up all the way. What I want to do is I want a posterior tilt a little bit. So I'm actually trying to take the tailbone down a little rather than have the tailbone dropped back. And this is what happens a lot. I have too much of an anterior tilt. It puts a lot of pressure on the lower back. So pressing up, squeezing the block, and as you hug it in, this is going to help take that out. Now push your shins forward. And as I push my shins, and actually I know it's a weird cue, but pressing the shins towards the front of your mat. So actually think about if your shins can move forward, this is going to kick on the hamstrings more than any cue that I've been able to find from my students. Now I'm squeezing the blocks. My glutes are still engaged, but my hamstrings are the main muscle that is kicking on. If from here you want to come into a back bend, you're going to take the hands so the thumbs are right about level with the shoulders, and I'm going to press to the crown of my head first, and this is really important. So you can kind of set up where you are. Walk your hands back a little bit, elbows face back, and then inhale safely. Now squeezing the block a little bit, hugging in, and press the shins forward. Lengthen the arms and pull your chin slightly in. So you're going to gaze slightly up, and you're going to feel more of a heart opener. Keep squeezing the block, hugging the heels and the inner arches towards each other. And if you can, keep lengthening the legs. Now as I'm lengthening, I'm still kind of pushing the shins forward, activating the backs of the hamstrings rather than squeezing the glutes. Now I can lift up and I can really lengthen here. If I want to come down, I can bring it to the crown of the head. And a good way to keep working into a deeper back bend is every time you come down, walk your hands towards your ears. I try to keep my feet where they are rather than walk my feet in. So my feet are a strong foundation here. Legs are a strong foundation. Arms can move around. Pull your chin slightly up so you're getting that heart opener. And squeeze your block. Nice. When you're ready to come down, you're going to press to the crown of the head and then take yourself slowly back down. I like to rebound here. It's really important so our back doesn't spasm coming out of your pose, to just give your back a moment to rebound without movement. Sometimes just pressing the low back down, having it connect or reconnect to the earth. If that is your last back bend, maybe grabbing onto the knees and giving yourself a few rolls. If you follow a lot of those steps, you'll have a safe back bend and you'll start to have a bigger back bend. Eventually, when you know that your knees are facing forward, your toes are facing forward, you don't need the blocks. You will remember to squeeze those thighs and you'll feel which muscles are kicking on more than the others. All right, thank you so much. And look for more of our great tutorials on our YouTube page at Bending Light Yoga. If you like this, please subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.